This is Charlotte Patrick at Healthy Lifestyle and Spirit. I'm coming to you from my humble abode, one of the last posts that you'll see from this house as I'm moving into the city. But you'll want to stay tuned to this video because it's going to share with you the kind of final culmination to the follow-up of my confession, my #1 confession. I'm sure there's going to be more confessions at Healthy Lifestyle and Spirit that I share with you. But I just feel like I should share this process because I think part of the reason why we live in such a society where there's so much anger and hatred and jealousy is because we project up on a pedestal how amazing these teachers and politicians and doctors and even pastors are, and then when something happens, it's like, you expect them to be perfect. And when I started Healthy Lifestyle and Spirit, I know for sure that I'm supposed to help people on their path to enlightenment and to a healthy lifestyle, but also I'm a part of that journey as well. I'm on that journey, maybe at a different point than you, but I wanted to be candid and open with you and vulnerable. And quite frankly, this conversation is a little uncomfortable. You're catching me 48 hours after really, I don't even know if I fully processed what I'm about to share with you. So let's back up a bit. 2 weeks ago, for a month, I was at teacher training with the Jivamukti School and Holy Beings in Costa Rica, beautiful jungle Costa Rica. And we had this process of picking out something that meant something to us that we had brought in order to give it up, to just let it free. Because we are not our things. We are not our body. We are more than that. And so, as you know from the first blog post, these earrings were what I knew I had to give up, but I was very anxious about it. However, walking into that ceremony, I had prepared a note basically just saying I wanted to be free of any attachment I had to things around me. I felt so liberated after I had cut my hair that I'd had for years. Beautiful locks they were. I did feel liberated. It was wonderful. And honestly, it wasn't until teacher training that I realized how addicted I had become to jewelry. And so at this process, this ceremony that was so sacred and holy and beautiful, amazing, transformational, that I was ready to just completely be done with any attachment to those earrings. And so I did that. And unbeknownst to me, we were actually going to get those items back at the end of the night. I didn't put the earrings on. I didn't put the earrings on for almost 2 whole days afterwards. I really wanted to see if that shift that I had felt that night had really stuck. And I felt that it had. And so fast forward a bit, I come home, and it's obviously very interesting trying to adjust when you're in such a sacred and protected and amazing environment. Coming back to my life has honestly been chaos since I've come back in many different directions. I'm okay, doing great, but it's been chaos. And about 48 hours ago, might have even been yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday actually. I found out that a piece of furniture had had my room for years. My former husband had given that to me. It's gone. Piece of furniture, you're thinking, oh, not a big deal. Well, it actually had every piece of jewelry I've had in it. It was my jewelry box. It was literally my beautiful pieces of jewelry from the past decade of collecting them. And a lot of them were gifts. I'd say 90% of my jewelry was gifts. And yeah, it's gone. Tens of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. A lot of the pieces that I had treasured dear to my heart. And I look at how simple nuns live and Buddhist monks live. This is kind of how I've looked at it. I honestly was a little triggered at first when I found out it was gone. More triggered in the fact that I wasn't the one that did it. because it was an accident. I don't want to get into it, but it was an accident. It didn't mean to leave this house. I had some people helping me clean some stuff out and take to the dump because I'm preparing to move. And they took it to the dump by an accident. So, yeah. I just thought, these Buddhist monks and nuns, they renounce all the time. And I really did have something shift in me. I haven't panicked one bit. A little sadness has definitely peeked in there, for sure, because I'm thinking, oh gosh, what if I wear that dress? I don't have that pair of earrings. And then again, I come back to the Buddhists and monks. They're wearing robes and they're wearing no jewelry and they're just communing with God in this beautiful way. And no, I'm not going to go join a monastery. Sounds great at sometimes. Trust me, when your kids are screaming and the car's breaking and your roof's leaking and all of this stuff's going on in your life, maybe you get fired from a job. It feels great, the thought of going to, say, an ashram or a monastery and running away. But quite frankly, I'm a householder, and this is my path. And just like Patabi Joy said, that this is a definite way, a path to enlightenment. You don't have to go meditate in a cave. And these things happen, the jewelry being gone, it happens. We lose things all the time. We lose people. We lose relationships. We lose school books. We lose, cars. We lose so many things. And if we can come from a place of enjoying those things while we have them and then being okay with them leaving, I think it's a much more empowering place to live. Because the average person probably would have been devastated that all of that jewelry was gone. And I can't say that 2 weeks ago that I wouldn't have been, just because I had given up these small earrings and I felt something shift in me that I really realized I'm more than my jewelry, I'm more than my clothes, I'm more than the things that cloak me to make me feel feminine. I am feminine, and if someone doesn't feel that or can't see that around me, then that's not my issue. I feel good and whole in who I am. Now, not to say that I don't need reminding every once in a while, but I will tell you that I am thankful. I'm thankful for the Jiva Mukti teacher training. I'm thankful for meditation. I'm thankful for yoga, because these are the practices at Healthy Lifestyle and Spirit I'm so adamant about sharing, so that when something like that happens, that you too can have some peace and solace, and that you can ask yourself the right questions. You can presume a life that examines things instead of freaking out about things. Because Lord knows I used to be the most freak out Tasmanian devil on the planet. Trust me when I tell you. I am dead serious. So, yeah, I do have to attribute my entire practice to my calmness and peacefulness in this situation. And I haven't had the compulsion to go out and run and buy new jewelry. I have about 10 pieces that I took with me to Costa Rica, and I don't know that I'm going to buy any more, to be honest with you. I think the more simple our lives are, the less complicated it is. That's one less thing I'm going to have to move into my new apartment that I'm so excited about. I'm going to be living in the city next to Jiva Mukti yoga studio. Anyway, so yeah, this is the last part, possibly the last part of the first confession that I wanted to share with you at Healthy Lifestyle and Spirit. So maybe today just think of how simple that you can make your life by giving something up. Your favorite purse. I know Wayne Dyer shared a really cool story with me, and I say me, I was really listening to an audio tape, but it sounded like he was talking to me. A lot of people clean out their closets and they give away their old clothes. And they take them to Goodwill, or they give them to a friend, or whatever happens. And Wayne says what's really powerful, if you really want to step into the flow of giving and receiving, is that you give away your favorite outfit. Right? Just like I gave away my favorite earrings. I gave them up. I had no idea I'd get them back. I gave them up full well, knowing I could go replace them. They were only like $25 at Target. Not expensive. But I gave them up. And I gave them up for a great cause, and then I got them back. They gave them right back to me after this special ceremony. And so that's just a small example of how maybe you can get something back. It might not be the exact same thing you gave to somebody, but if you really want to liberate yourself, then give up something that really means a lot to you. So after the jewelry box incident yesterday, I then went to my closet and I started literally, I filled up, I think, four bags of clothes, including some of my favorite shoes, some of my favorite pants. I gave away a bathrobe that a dear friend had given me, so I figured it was time to let that one go. And someone else is going to be wearing it, and they're going to be really warm because it's like supremo thick and wonderful and luscious. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about this journey of living a very simple life so that I can be more connected. There's no separation between me and myself, me and my children, me and my family, and my friends. So I just want to say thanks for your support and listening to my entire process. And I also wanted to let you know that no one's perfect. And whether it's a spiritual teacher, a coach, a mentor, a parent, doesn't matter what the case may be, is that everyone falls. Everyone falls, and it's because we don't realize that we have our own faults that are usually very similar to the people that we're projecting that are so perfect and so wonderful, that don't be alarmed when someone falls. You know, when a political figure or a priest has an affair, or they've cheated, or they've stolen, or they've done whatever, we've all done those things. Maybe not in the exact same way, but it's what Debbie Ford calls the shadow. And so we all have our shadows. So this is my shadow. This was my dark side. This was, nothing catastrophic, but definitely relating to the outside thing of defining me, of defining who I am. We do that all the time. So be real. Be real, to yourself. Be real to your kids, especially. Be real to your family, and be real to yourself. The truth will set you free. I hope that you are liberated right now in this moment by thinking of one thing that you can go give up to somebody, something that you really love and adore and think you can't live without. Give that thing up and see what happens in return. This is Charlotte Patrick. Thanks so much at Healthy Lifestyle and Spirit. Comment below and share your thoughts on this whole subject. Share with us what you gave up. Share with us what you got out of this conversation and this whole experience. I love you very much, and thanks for staying with me. See ya.